Hello.
I can see that the webinar has started because I can see people are joining. So we are very happy to be here with you today. We are somewhere in a hotel in New York and happy to be in the United States. And it is our 7th webinar of the year.
Already?
Yes. And the topic is LEGO Braille Bricks and daily living skills. And we are particularly happy because we have a special guest, also from the US, who is Gina.
Guest and friend.
Yes.
Yes, friend.
Hi, Gina. Can you shortly introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Gina Carr, and I work at the Illinois School for the Visually Impaired in Jacksonville, Illinois. I've been a vision itinerant for 15 years, and then I've worked here at the school for 10. So I've had both worlds.
Okay. And for those of you who don't know us, I am Mark, and it is Mary. So we are both in charge of LEGO Braille Bricks concept. So we have written all the activities, chosen all the skills that we can work with LEGO Braille Bricks. And we can see that you are a lot already joining us today. And you know, we are very curious. So if you can share in the chat where you are from, it would be nice. And we also have prepared a short poll to ask you to answer 3 questions. The first one, very easy, is where you're from. So that's really large because that's a continent, whether you are from North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Oceania, Africa. If from Oceania, I'll dot because it's in the middle of the night for them, but we never know.
And if you want to tell us more, you can use the chat to say exactly where.
Yes. And the second question is, do you teach using LEGO Braille Bricks? Do you have access to a toolkit? Are you using the bricks with the kids you are working with? So yes, no, not yet, or other. And the last question is about the MOOC. Have you attended the MOOC already? The online course, which is a long-lasting course, but that you can follow on your own pace. So you can take your time. If you have 30 minutes or an hour, 2 hours, 8 hours to spend, then you can do the whole course in one day if you're brave enough. And yeah, you can see a lot of videos in this MOOC. We will present the teaser at the end of this session.
And Mark and we are on a US tour. So we started last week, the weeks before in Mexico. Last week it was Louisville.
Yeah.
We are in New York. We're having a workshop tomorrow, and then Mark, Washington at the end of the week.
Yeah. And then Los Angeles, Season, and Dallas, Texas.
So if you want to join us, we can share our agenda.
Yeah, because it's really nice to be live with you and have time during a workshop. So maybe enough of talk and we can end the poll. So only half of you have answered. So we only have 62 answers, but that's fine. A lot of you are coming from North America, 55%, 5% from South America, 35% Europe. 1% is coming from Asia.
Where?
Where in Asia? And 2 people from Africa.
Where?
And we can see that a lot of people are coming from Mexico.
So, do you know that we have live sessions in Spanish?
Maybe I would share, information because the next one will be April the 5th in Spanish. So for about the second question, do you have access to LEGO Braille Bricks and use it with your students? Yes, 44%. No, 16%. Not yet. That's a good answer. I like that. 34%. And other 6%. And the last question about the MOOC.
Please indicate what is other in the chat.
And yeah, for the last question about the MOOC, you have 13% of yes, 66% no, and 11% planning to join the MOOC, and other 0%.
So we have 3 times the MOOC, the same one in English, French, and Spanish. So you are more than welcome to follow all 3 of them, but they have the same content.
Yeah, so in the chat, I can see that people are in, for example, South Carolina, Mexico, Cuernavaca, Morelos. A lot of people from Morelos. We have also Wales, UK, Brighton.
Alison, our friend in the UK. Hi, Alison.
St. Augustine, which is the oldest village in Florida, if I remember correctly.
Michigan.
We have England, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Canada.
Norway.
So, yeah. Virginia. Yeah, I like that because it's traveling even if we stay at our hotel.
And I don't know for you, but it's very sunny here in New York. So I hope you have a good weather too.
And I can see that someone is from El Paso, Texas. So if by chance, I know it's not very close, El Paso and Dallas, but if you have the chance to join AER Texas, we will be there on Saturday, April the 25th.
April?
No, March. Yes.
March. I was thinking 2 months in the US now.
But maybe enough of talk.
Yes.
Because our guests have a lot of things to present today. So Gina, the stage is yours and we are listening to you.
Okay. All right. Every year, the Illinois School for the Visually Impaired has a theme, whether it's superheroes or hidden gems. And probably 6 or 7 years ago, the theme was Legos, which was wonderful. And it was before the LEGO Braille Bricks were made or before we heard about them. So it helped us to incorporate here, since the kids already loved Legos. Everybody loves Legos, even whether you can see them or not, because you've heard so much from people. And, you know, there's the Lego movies and all the fun kits that you can build. So we started with the Braille Bricks as just like to spell a few things on one of the base plates. And if some of the kids who come here maybe are in 5th or 6th grade and they've never even been exposed to Braille. Yeah. So what is helpful is if we can use the Braille on the bricks because it's large and help them compare it. It helps them to see or to understand dot placement. So the bricks aren't going to be for fluency or speed. It's dot placement and just it's for fun. It's for games. In the United States, we have what we call the expanded core curriculum. I don't know if other countries have ECC, but using
you can find ECC in England and also in Australia. And that's for those who don't have, that's kind of the curriculum you can have to achieve the core curriculum. So all additional topics that you need to work on and develop before being able to reach the core curriculum.
Right. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent explanation. And so, so the Braille Bricks, when I've used them, have helped with compensatory skills. They help with independent living, which I'll talk more about later, sensory efficiency, and then social interaction, because we use these for games between sighted and not sighted and family members. So I'll show you a few things. But so this, So I I took some of the base plates and I glued them to foam board so I can fold this up, and it's very easy to carry around.
Mhm.
So, you know, if you're an itinerant, this just makes it very easy. Fold up, you know, take it with your toolkit when you're driving around.
It's like a book, in fact, that you can
Yeah.
open and close.
Right. And so to begin with, I would say, okay, now, you know, you have an E. So you need to go across and you need to find the E. So it's just, it's a way to expose children, young children, or children that have never been exposed to Braille. As I said, it helps with dot placement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the more they can learn that, the easier it's going to be to generalize to smaller Braille. Another thing, this is one of the daily living parts that we use. So this, oh, is it backwards for you?
No,
Oh, good.
that's
Okay.
perfect. I
Okay,
can
good.
read cleanup.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so
Leader.
so the leader, the cleanup. So, and each of the, oops, sorry. So each, of course, you know, begins with a different letter. So this combined with this is a weekly task set. So,
So you have 2 base plates. The first one was with
Oh,
the
I'm
list
sorry.
of tasks.
Yes.
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 Great.
So, so the second base plate, we have a child's name, Tim. And if you go across to the right, there's an L. And then up at the top is an M for Monday. That means Tim is the leader for Monday. And then Tuesday, he hands out things. So those 2 base plates, yes, go together.
Okay, so you have to look for the word beginning with L and to find that L is leader, so you will be the leader for this day. Great.
Yes. Snack, you know, wipe off the tables. Very important with COVID. And yeah.
So it means we can also have the same at home. For example, if you are like me, I have 3 children. That can be something really interesting. And I can also include my husband for some task. So I'm going to try it.
Okay, yes, it's great. Because like you said, you can use it with people who can see, since they have the print on there, and it's wonderful. Wonderful.
And maybe, as you said, maybe if it is with Lego, it's more fun than without Lego, even if it's task.
Yes, very fun. Well, and it's like this, the big 4 base plates that I have glued together. You can start a Scrabble game on here, which is wonderful. So, you know, you hand out your 7 letters to each person. They, if they're sighted or not, they feel around on the board. You would tell, okay, I'm putting out, you know, the word clean. So it's nice because this is large and you're able to use that with a family at home. And it's really, really wonderful. Now, if you
we have Gina, we have Michelle who would like to see the second base plate again. I think the table, the one with the names.
With names.
Yes. So we have, team. So all the names at the left side. And on
Yeah.
top, in columns, we have the day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because it's a school task board. So we don't
Yes.
have Saturday and Sunday, but at home we can have Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, definitely. That's when the larger, the base plates that you have glued to foam board can come in handy.
But also you can attach two base plates together. If it's for home, for example, you take one and below it you place a small one and then you attach another one and then they stick together and you don't
Yes.
have to glue them or if you
Right,
want.
right.
And we always say that the LEGO Braille Bricks are compatible with all LEGO bricks and products. So if you have these big base plates, you can use them.
Yes.
Have
Now,
one?
thank you for that, because that's sort of a segue. Now, this is a toothbrush holder.
Oh.
So it's fun, and it says toothbrush, but the child has built this out of regular Legos, just anything that they can find. And it just has enough of an opening that you can stand your toothbrush in it, but there's the room for the two words, toothbrush. Another thing I was going to get into later is if you start to use contractions, which I like, especially simple contractions, where are we? This is an SH, and I made a lot of these contractions by ordering.
So you just took a classic LEGO bricks and you ordered some flat tiles, but also small tiles with one knob, one stud.
Yes,
and by arranging them, you
and then
create your new
plain.
character.
Yes. So so I have
A bit lower.
sorry.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Lego sells all of these for literally pennies, or if you're lucky enough to live near a Lego store, you can just go in, you pick what you want, the colors, everything. And making these colorful is fun because kids with low vision or kids who are sighted that live in the home enjoy looking. So so I just made an SH out of a
So it means dot 1, 4, and 6.
Yes, sorry. Yes, 1, 4, 6. So
Yeah, and maybe, Gina, if we can ask you a question, because a lot of people are coming from Mexico, for example, where they don't have any contracted Braille. Can you shortly explain what it is?
I was wondering about that earlier. I was trying to look up on the internet if all languages used contractions. Okay, so in English, we try to save room on a page, and so instead of an S and an H, we would combine those, and it's completely different. And so, like Marie said, it's a 1, 4, 6. Oops, and so that is an SH. Do they have dot 5s in Mexico?
No.
Okay, and that's another really easy one. If you're in the US, is when you combine the dot 5 with M, then it's mother, or dot 5 F, father. So instead of having 6 letters or spots, there are only 2. So yes, please. I'm sorry.
I have a favorite one, a favorite example that I learned at the beginning is the way you can write "you can go" using only 3 letters. So you, it's Y, can, it's C, and go only J.
Yes, it's great. Great.
Yeah, and Angel Thomas said, I can see that you can build your own letters. And even if they don't have, for example, contracted Braille, if a brick, if a sign, if a symbol is missing in your box, then you can build your own additional letter or math symbol that is
Or
missing.
music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, and it's very inexpensive, very. So, okay.
And
I'm
just,
sorry.
yeah, that's in the comment also. How does the organization of writing work on the table? Is it the same as on paper Braille? And to answer very shortly, LEGO Braille Bricks use the exact same code as the one used on paper. It's not something invented by LEGO. We are using the classic Braille code.
Right. Yes, and in France, do you still not use a W?
We use a W. in
Okay.
France.
Okay.
And we had it from the beginning, but
Oh,
Louis Braille added later in his alphabet, but just because it was not very used, but it existed already from the beginning.
I didn't know. I just thought, oh, you. Okay. Anyway, so another just really, small this is another it's a base plate, and the child has built sort of a trough out of regular Legos, and at the top it says COMB, comb, and he can keep his comb inside the trough.
Oh, okay.
And you could do this even with the toothbrush, is, build things so they're vertical, and you could actually hang those on the wall. I love to use Velcro, and you can put it anywhere and it doesn't damage the plate, doesn't damage anything. And, you can take things off and put them back on. And if you are needing something really large, I took
Very good one.
so I took a piece of masonite, which is just thin board with a lot of holes, pegboard.
Yeah.
And I mounted 9 base plates on here. And then I made almost like a maze. So you can use this at your home or in your class. And I use lots of chime balls because I like the way they sound. And I've used them for lots of concepts as far as, smooth and rough and hot and cold. And I just like the way they sound. So for this maze, I'm not sure if I can't really get it low enough, but if this was flat and you have a child on one side, maybe you could have a low vision child or sighted or, a variety, but they take the maze and they try to get the ball into a certain spot. So let's see. So
they make the ball roll.
Yeah, and then also it's nice because if you can hear it. So if you get it into certain spots, then you get a certain score. But so I like the way it sounds, the chime and the bumpiness. So, and this was very easy also. And you can also use Velcro to put these on.
And Natasha is asking, what is the title at the top?
Oh, it says Lego Chime Drop.
Oh.
And then the chime, I I have made the CH contraction and put it there. So it's dot 1.6 for
Okay.
chimes.
Okay.
So, but you know, you can, if you come up with a game, name it anything you want.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mark
So-
just shared on the chat a link for you to see how to make your own Braille bricks. In the website, we have an article where we describe how to do them.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, good, good. Let's see, and then the clock, which of course is another, it's a daily living skill to, you know, to learn how, at least how a clock is arranged. I realize that a lot of times people use digital or talking, but it's always a good thing just to know what a clock is. What's a clock face? Hands, you know, the bricks are arranged in a circle, the numbers. Oh, how do
And
you-
we use that a lot for daily living skills, you know, to indicate directions like 3
Yes.
o'clock, 9 o'clock in your plate, if you want to know where the spinach are, because you don't want to eat them. If you can
Yes.
tell people it's at 9 o'clock, then I will avoid 9 o'clock and only go to fries at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, right. I didn't even think of that. But so for the clock, I ordered a mechanism off of Amazon, and
Oh, so it's really working.
oh yeah, it works.
Ooh.
It works. And I ordered a clock, silly me, that chimes, because I wanted the kids to be able to hear, oh, it's 1 o'clock. But
Okay.
it was making me crazy. So I took those batteries
Yeah.
out. But yeah, so here's the speaker. And it was pretty to listen to the chime, but it got old. So, and all of these are attached also with Velcro, but the front is an actual, you know, it's an actual mechanism. So,
Okay.
I don't know how many of you have used, you know, drills.
So we will close our ears not to hear what you did with the base plate.
Oh, no. Well, the thing is,
No.
I'm sorry. I bought it at a dollar store.
Okay, not listening, not listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because, you know, we don't want to destroy the Lego ones. But so just very quickly, if you were to make a clock from a dollar store base plate, the very first thing you would do is you would count in 15 all directions, and that will take you to the very center of these 4, you know, the little studs, and you're going to drill right there, drill straight through. And if you have your mechanism, you're going to push it through from the back. And I would think it would be explained in the box, but I'm sure there's a YouTube, if not, but you know, so then you will shove the stem of the clock straight through, and then you'll put on the hands and screw everything on, and then set those, and this one keeps remarkable time. So it's well worth it. Don't buy the chimes though. No chimes. It's more expensive and it makes you crazy. So.
And we have 2 comments about your clock. Antje say, wow, brilliant idea. And Michelle, that's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
And we agree, it is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Very
And then
kind.
before making the clock start by itself, you can also work with the children and ask them to put everything at 3 hours or 12,
Yes.
and then you start working on this concept.
Yes, and
amazing.
if you use a lighter color, it will have better contrast. And I actually have put neon colored arrows at the ends so that they show up better for the kids with low vision. So, you know, there are so many things that you can do. And if there isn't enough contrast, even with that, you could also just sort of outline with a piece of neon paper, because, you know, the red isn't going to show up very well, you know, on black or brown. But if you're talking low vision, yes, just, you know, outline it with something that's brilliant. So.
Yeah, and Michelle said also you could use it for quarter turns.
For what?
Quarter turns.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, you sure can. Okay, and then I think one of the sort of last things, I mean, you know, unless there are questions, I have shown this before on another workshop, and nobody ever yelled at me, so I'm not sure.
We are not going to, don't worry.
Oh, good, thank you. So, so many times my itty bitties, they can't, especially if they have cerebral palsy or they're just very weak. They are not,
Attach. Yeah.
yes, they're not able to attach. So I take neodymium magnets. And
yes. So you can, there are two solutions to transform them into magnetic bricks. You can do that, or you can also buy them, how do you call that? Magnetic tape, you know?
yes.
And you cut a piece of magnetic tape, you glue it below the brick, and then they become magnetic bricks. And you can use them on fridge, on board, and easily remove it.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Okay. Well,
and even if it's challenging, and if you don't have, you can also use Play-Doh. So if you make a disc of Play-Doh, and then you insert the bricks easily in the Play-Doh and they stick.
Yes. Yeah. Good. Well, so when I put in my magnets, I use these small neodymium, and they stick, they're secure. And then
yes,
the chalkboard here is metal. I didn't know. But like you said, yeah, you can put them on a desk, you know, on a cookie sheet, your refrigerator. Yes, all sorts of, you know, fun places. So.
And that's great for children to make label of different things. So either you have some small base plate and you attach the full base plate with the label somewhere, or you can work with letters one by one.
Yes.
Really interesting. At the beginning, when they have to write a few words, they really enjoy it. Only the names of the family, for example, things like that.
Yeah. Yes, it's great. Great.
Thank you.
Actually, just one more really quick. I was just sort of experimenting with this, and it's just
wow.
A box made out of base plate.
Yeah, I think that, you know, being a cube, and if I secure it, you know, to masonite or, you know, some type of underlayment or foam board, and put a top on it, there are lots of concepts we can use for this. I mean, you know, flat, right, left, top, bottom, and you can teach them just those simple words with this. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun. And it folds up if you want to take it with you. So anyway. So.
Great suggestion.
And Gina, we have a question about the magnets, you know, the small magnets.
Yes.
Mira is asking, what are the names of the small magnets?
They are called neodymium. So it's NEO DYMIUM. And if you just look online, these, I believe that these are 2mm spheres, but they fit absolutely perfectly in. Now, if you were going to be working with small children,
No. And also the other thing is that we discovered that if then you want to use the bricks to attach them together and build things,
it won't work.
Yeah, so that's why we found that
Yeah.
the magnetic tape is a great thing because it can be removable easily.
Yes.
So when you use them, you take them off and again.
Yes.
But it
Yeah.
depends. It depends
Well,
on the level of your student and how far you think they can go.
yeah.
And you have enough bricks to have some with magnetic thing already.
Or if you have like a felt board and you put Velcro on the back, you can take that off very easily. And
yeah,
you can mount this on a felt board very easily.
Yeah.
You could put felt on the back of the foldable one. So you've got either side. So.
And also if you have some Dyson mat and you place the bricks on them, that's easy because then they won't fall and you can almost make it vertical.
Yeah, that's
totally
excellent.
Vertical, but that's really great. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we have another question for you, Gina, is about the board with to make the foldable cube. How were the boards in the foldable cubes put together?
Tape.
Tape.
Just tape.
Okay.
Right.
Tape so you can fold and unfold it.
Yes. Yeah.
In the chat, because I have put the link directly to the MOOC that we have, because we have a sessions about tips and tricks, and most of the tips and tricks that you have shared and much more are already included through the 8 weeks that last the course. So if people are brave enough, they can go through the whole MOOC and discover much more ideas.
And then we had a questions also about how to sort the bricks. So go to the MOOC and you will find many different ways to sort the bricks.
And just one last thing, because Claudia wants to see the cube again.
The cube is flat now.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's 4 base plates so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said that maybe you will have 2 more. 1 or 2.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you really much. And we have, do we have time for 2 more activities, Mark?
Yeah, very quickly.
Okay, so you will play?
Yeah.
Okay, just try to make one also for daily living activities. One for young children, for example. So I have on the base plate 3 words written. The first one is coin, then I have button, and I have lead. And I draw with classic Lego bricks 3 rectangles. And Mark, I have a small fabric bag for you. So you are going to play. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I give you the bag. Can you try to find the coin inside the bag?
That's like a magic trick.
Yes. It's easy. I made it easy for him, so he only had 3 objects in it. Otherwise,
the coin.
Yeah, can you place it in the rectangle? The coin, yes. Can you find the button?
It makes noise.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have it?
Yes.
Button. You place it next to the word button. And finally, can you find the lead?
Easy. Only 1 object left.
Okay. So that was easy with only 3 objects. I chose the same shape, round one and flat. It's a bit difficult between the coin and the button. So you had to practice your tactile and exploration skills. You can have more than 3 objects, maybe 3 times the button, 5 coins, and I don't know, 4 leads, things like that.
And if you're doing that with very young children and they don't know how to read?
So they don't know how to read. We know that, but we will work with them on the words, saying that the top one is the coin, so it's a 4-letter word. The middle one is longest button, and the shortest one, only 3 letters, is lead. So that's how they will remember them. And the first letter is not the same. So we have easy letters, C, dot 1 and 4, B, dot 1 and 2, and L, 1, 2, 3. So they are easy to recognize. And even if it's difficult, I think they can do it. And if you want, you can place previously one in each rectangle. So it can be 1 coin on top, and they can check that it's the same, 1 button, and then 1 lead. And we won't have time. I see that time flies, but we can do exactly the same.
Maybe.
Okay, you want to play?
Yeah.
Okay, so another one, another bag. And then I have a board with 4 different places, 3 in fact. So I made like lines. And Mark, can you find the toothbrush? So I'm placing my word on the first line, toothbrush, and Mark is looking for the toothbrush inside the bag. Can you find it? Yes, you did it. So you have room for the word and the object.
Okay.
Then we have spoon. Can you find the spoon? Whoops, everything. I'm breaking everything. Can you find the spoon?
Yes.
Can you place it? Yes.
Okay.
Great. And the last one is the shorter one. So we still have, once again, a long one, a middle one, and a short one, pen.
And then the last
you have
object in the
the
bag.
pen in it. And then we have 3 different objects, and they were all plastic. We can mix the material. We can have another kind of pen out of wood. We can have a metal spoon, and then it makes it more complicated, but interesting to look for.
Okay.
And that can fit with your activities and the toothbrush, Gina. And then we're ready to use the clock and brush our teeth for the correct amount of time.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, what are the long Lego? So it's not long Lego plates, it's some random plates, but if you want to make them long, you can attach a brick below it, for example, and then another plate next to it. So you make a long one just by adding a few bricks below. That's like magic Lego bricks.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe we can, if we can share the website so that we can give you a good overview of what is happening next. And just, it's working. Yes. So if we go to the website legobraillebricks.com and you go to the facilitation, then you will have like cards. So some of them are information about how facilitating activity for children, tips and tricks, and so on. And if we go under that, we have in the middle the MOOC, Massive Online Open Course. And if we click on that, you can access the MOOC you would like to follow in 3 different languages. So the one in English, another one in French, and the last one in Spanish.
They are the same.
They are the same, but the video in the Spanish one are not with the same kids. So if you speak 3 languages, you can follow the 3 of them. And also, maybe one thing about the live session, if we go back and you have live sessions. So the card called live session, they are the live sessions in English, and you have the link for the following sessions. For example, live session 7 will be about music, and you have the direct link to register. If you want to know more about STEM, then you go to live session number 8 in May, and the last one will be about orientation and mobility and LEGO Braille Bricks. And you also have, if you don't speak English, which I doubt because you won't be there with us, but we never know. If you speak Spanish, for example, you have like live sessions in Spanish, and exact the same. You can go directly to the link and the topic you are interested in. And of course, everything will be there in Spanish. And I think it's time.
Yes, say goodbye
time
already.
flies when we are in good company. So thank you so much, Gina, for taking the time to present all that. That was really, really amazing.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
So many great ideas.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for the more than 120 persons we were with us today. And if you had not the chance and you would like maybe to share more about the live session that you have followed with your friends, everything is recorded and available in our YouTube channel, LEGO Braille Bricks.
Soon.
Yes.
But we will post something on Facebook. As soon as this session will be ready, you will see it in Facebook.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and have a nice rest of the week, and see you next month. April 5,
for a lot
music.
of surprise with music. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Gina.